What happened to the Titanic?
No, what? No.
I fucked a random dude in a car of a rich man's car.
I thought it was that.
We left our handprint on the steamy window.
Dude, that's happening.
We're back. It's episode 66. But we're back. This is Off Center Thoughts.
Lewis's face.
I'm Nunu.
I'm Lewis.
Got John.
Y'all know who we are
And you got
at
Cho.
this point.
Yeah,
At this point, y'all know.
All
who we are.
17 of y'all.
All 25. I was going to try to do a fucking decimal, but then I figured that's not how people work.
You can't math. Why are you trying?
2-5. I tried to do a decimal.
Yeah, you know, it's
Where's the point?
those
2.5.
3, 6, 9s.
Where were you gonna put the point?
Damn, they're kind of fine.
That girl fine. Sugar. Back. So what were y'all saying about the Titanic? Got it? Like,
I don't know, man. Hey, how y'all been?
but
I love I love when like Ewan has
my
when
mouth.
he's like, oh, this is interesting. Let's start off with this, and like,
And then y'all just
I love fun.
and then you're just like shitting on it to make my life a little bit.
Okay.
I will.
Oh,
Okay,
I don't
I
get
will.
it.
It's a G.I. Jane joke. Calm down, dog.
Keep the topics out of your mouth.
I will.
I love his walk. I love his walk away too. Like he was like Loki. He started feeling guilty halfway through the walk, but he wanted to come off swaggy.
So
So
he
he went
Yeah.
He like fixed his jacket.
He got
straight up fresh princed it off.
Not even that. He also did the whole like 15th century like had his head.
Yeah, like he
head
like
covered-
fixed his shit. He went.
I'll be seeing you at sunset for the duel.
Defend your honor, Chris Rock.
You have defiled my wife's name.
Keep thou's name of my wife out of these mouths.
These heathens talk about my spouse.
I shall.
But
I
dude,
I bite a thumb towards thee.
I guess so. Dude, that was wild, right? Like
I thought it was fake. I honestly thought it was like
fake
scripted.
too, but
Bro.
We also don't. I kind of don't want to talk about it because everybody and their mama wants to put
But why
an opinion
not?
to it.
Why can't
They're
we
like,
talk
here's
about
my
it?
opinion to this.
I
shit.
just thought-
I'm
I
like,
just-
bro, we don't care.
I just thought it was funny, but like
yeah, laughed.
Okay, Harry Potter, we
Honestly,
get it. You don't
didn't-
want to put your opinion on it.
honestly didn't even know that the Grammys was happening.
And you probably are a fan of that.
The Oscars.
I'm sorry, the Oscars.
You know what, Daniel Radcliffe? You're right.
I didn't even know the Oscars were happening
Dude,
until
same, until he
I got
Until that
I got
day.
slapped. Yeah, until he got
Damn.
slapped.
And I was like, he still what?
Dude, right?
Dude,
Okay.
he won right after that. He just went up, did a speech,
No,
and was crying,
It
and
was
then he.
Questlove first. Trust me, I watched the Oscars. after.
Oh, I mean, he still won like after that slap though, and he just like walked, and then, like everyone in Hollywood is like,
Bro, it was funny because
That was such a shit thing to do.
So, no, he did that. Then Questlove won, and then they did after the commercial. They did the whole "I will remember" all the people,
memorial?
and then the memes of like the last person is Chris Rock. And then after that's when he won his award.
Not gonna lie, dude. I lost respect for Will Smith after that. Like, I can't even.
dude, you know what Amy Schumer tweeted?
What's your big-
She's like, "Oh, that triggered me, and I'm now like, like that."
PTSD.
Yeah,
shit?
like she started doing the whole like,
Like you've never seen a motherfucker swing at a motherfucker.
yeah.
Oh, come on.
It was so fucking.
She's not. She's
Yeah,
not
she's
from
white.
that.
She's not from that.
She's from Minnesota.
She's
Yeah,
not.
dude.
She's
cut
worried
from
about
that
herself.
cloth.
She like that slap triggered me. Oh my god, I'm still trying to come down from it. It was such a shocking moment. I was like, bitch,
Okay,
You
look-
weren't there. You were in the back.
He didn't
Yeah,
even
she was
slap
in the
you.
green room.
He didn't even slap you. What does
she,
it matter?
She had a monitor, bro.
You were putting salami in your mouth, bitch.
and then she proceeded. And then
Running
she,
through her gift bag.
You had assorted fucking meats and cheeses and crackers.
dude, and then she proceeded to plug her
A
own
whole
show in
accoutrement of things.
right after
And
that.
she plugged it in her
Yeah, she
show.
plugged in her show.
I'm so traumatized. I need money for my new pool.
Bro,
'cause
it's
that's the only way I
crazy.
can
Had
relax.
to Spotify.
Please check out my
didn't-
Netflix original.
Didn't Spotify like give her like $1 million deal for her podcast or some shit?
Joe Rogan.
No, Joe Rogan got
100.
like 100, but she got like $1 million. This was like right after the Joe Budden thing.
Oh really? Oh, because
Oh, no.
Joe Budden was like.
Joe Budden was like, "I want more money." And
See,
they're
talk
like,
about
"Nah."
someone fucking over their like colleagues. That's
His was the worst.
Oh,
I
you-
actually watched like what the fuck happened.
have no idea
that
what
that
you're
was
talking about.
the fucking
Joe
oh,
Budden, the famous motherfucker that tried to fight the Migos.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
He's
one
a
that likes
dick.
talking
So
shit
he
about,
started
Logic.
he started a podcast like
With-
years ago by
with this
like
white guy and this other black guy.
yeah.
His
Well, it
co-host.
wasn't until like several episodes later, but like he
I just
his
don't like
original
that all these
crew-
men are just making all these podcasts.
right.
Heterosexual
You know what?
men.
Good
You
thing
say
we're-
that, but you know what it made me think? You know
it
what?
makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense to me.
Why
Why
are
all
you going
these
into a
gays?
Trump impression?
I know.
For this?
Listen to our podcast. It's fantastic. It's gonna be the best podcast you've ever.
It made me think. I saw
Luis
it.
does it a little too well, but I feel that's just because he slurs his speech all the time. He just slurs his speech.
We're gonna go watch you guys.
Hey, you tried to play it off.
Not even jujitsu. He went.
We're gonna go get some sushi. Get some ramen.
I listen to podcasts, the bad podcast. My podcast is the bad podcast.
It goes in a circle.
Yours did not sound like it.
Yeah, but Joe
Hey,
Budden,
Trump, good
Joe
enough.
Joe Budden started a podcast. He fucked over his original people. Then he brought in new people,
Oh,
and then
really?
fucked them over with like this contract. After they're like, "Hey, give us the numbers of like what we're getting paid," and he was like, "Then audit me." And it was like
He started a whole. I think
They're
it was
like, okay.
he started a whole shit, and
Wait a
then
minute.
he started this whole shit. They disappeared, and then he fired them on like in his in an episode
so
he deleted.
fucking-
But he's
that's
like,
some weird ego
"I'm firing
shit.
you, and I'm firing you," and they're like, "You're a breach of your contract."
Yeah, bro.
He just went on a weird.
You're fine.
Yeah, he just went on like a super
Right.
weird power trip and just got rid of everyone that he worked
but
with.
do you think it's because like Spotify was like, I mean, y'all can like divvy this up. And
He
he's like,
probably
"Nah, I want
no,
fucking the
no.
I want
Spotify probably told him that we'll give you this amount, but it's up to you to like.
But this is
divide it.
all y'all.
And he was like,
That's so
okay.
fucked, man.
So he only told them that they probably only got a
But
certain
in
amount.
his mind, he feels entitled to a majority of it because like
He's the name?
He is the name of the
but
podcast.
dude,
Like,
that's
he's the
also
first
the
title.
fuck because like that crew, which was Rory and Mal's, they let him change the podcast to his name because before it was just the podcast name was I'll name this podcast later or some shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so they basically allowing him to name it the Joe Budden podcast, let him like ego trip
it's the whole
entire
possible
thing.
thing.
Yeah. It just let
Dude,
him
but
ego
Joe
trip
Budden,
it.
honestly, his whole career is just ego. He had one
Yeah,
radio
one-
song,
one
and
hit.
he swears he's like a fucking OG rapper.
What was the song even called? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't know. It was a 2000s anthem though.
Yeah,
That's for
actually,
sure.
yeah.
Like
yeah,
if you
yeah.
play it, you will know it. but-
Yeah. But like also like seeing that that's
Oh,
like
wasn't it Pump?
Oh yeah,
Pump
yeah,
It
yeah,
Up.
yeah.
Pump.
Yeah, no,
pump-
it was.
Pump it up.
is it?
I think it was.
But like okay, thinking about
I
that,
remember because Logic's literally. I
Yeah, he
remember
read the- he read the
He
lyrics.
shit on like Logic's lyrics. So Logic's like, let's read his during one of his streams. He's like,
Damn.
pump.
Yeah, it's called Pump It Up.
Pump
Is that
it
the
up.
most popular?
Yeah, that's his most popular song. That's what got him. Like so famous.
I thought it was
I get it. Do your thing,
No.
baby. Do your thing.
That wasn't until after, but he got famous off of Pump It Up.
Okay, so like, do you think? See, this is what we're noticing with people that I'm not gonna say they're like has-beens because there's no such thing as being a has-been in like that kind of industry. But like good example, Will Smith. Will Smith went from being like the motherfucker in movies, right?
Now he's getting ostracized
now
for
he's-
slapping a comedian for making a joke.
but not even that. Prior to that, when like Jada like was
That's what I
fucking
was saying.
homeboy, like
Red Table.
his
The
image
moment the
went-
Red Table came out, his image went down,
That's what
and
I'm
now it's
saying.
even gone further down
That's what I'm
because he's now
saying.
getting ostracized by everyone.
But
no
if you
one.
look, but I was talking about this earlier with you. Like if you look outside of those two events, he hasn't been problematic at all.
no,
Yeah,
but like
Because like the King Williams movie, he apparently took all his residuals and gave it to like his female
Well, it's not
cast.
even a bad movie. It was actually a decent movie.
Is it? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
But he
know
took
that.
all his
It's on
residuals.
HBO. It's free, baby.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I want to see how it goes.
Apparently, he took his residuals and gave it to the female cast because he thinks they deserve to be paid the same. And
Which
then
is
the
fine,
girls
like,
have
fine,
college
yeah.
fund.
What's-
Like he's apparently super unproblematic outside. It's just Jada.
Dude,
Jada's his,
I feel like Jada.
you know
is,
what I was about to say?
Yeah,
you know, Loki?
I know, yeah.
Jada's his
Yeah, bro. That's what I was gonna say.
love makes you do wild things, man.
We'll break shit up.
No, but like, okay, so think about that, right? Do you think it's because he had like, okay, I'm fucking done, like he snapped?
No,
He was like,
it's not even.
"Ah, I'm
He
done,
didn't, he
I'm
didn't
a
even
snake."
snap because when Chris Rock initially made the joke, he laughed and clapped. He
was
found it funny.
No, I don't
But it was
think
her.
but
that's
it
what
was
I'm
she
saying.
was like.
She did something that made him snap.
No.
I think he just looked over, saw that she was upset, and he was like, "Well,
It
shit."
was him 15 years in the future.
Shut the fuck
We're
up,
back.
Gemini. It's actually his younger self that's not Chris Rock.
I mean, I would be fed up if I couldn't
Will's
find a
actually
job and
locked up. We
support
just
my
don't
kid
know.
either.
Because people are saying like he became this like person in the top of Hollywood to like this meme because they kind of like
After
Well,
Red
no,
Table,
no, no.
after Red Table
yeah,
came out,
he became
it
a
was-
meme during
that
that.
killed him. And then,
honestly, prior to that, because he did the YouTube rewind, it was like, oh yeah, that's hot.
oh yeah,
That made him a meme.
that's hot.
That meme you could kind of ride.
Yeah, and that one he
Yeah,
could ride because
that's
it's not
that's
bad.
kind of
Yeah.
like the John
But then
Cena.
him,
You can't
the
see
whole
me.
him getting cucked.
The entanglement,
that fucked this
the
shit
entanglement,
up.
that
But
fucked
I
his
still kind
entire
of find
shit
that
up.
fuck that people clowned on him for that. Homeboy got cheated on. What do you want?
No, because like, according to Jada, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do.
I don't even know.
Tupac would have shot Chris Rock.
That shit too. I'm just like,
What'd you say?
What is that?
what happened to
I'm just
Tupac?
saying. If
And what
a guy,
happened to Tupac?
He got
I'm
shot
sorry.
because of that.
He got entangled with Jada, and look what happened.
I'm just saying.
Now he,
And lost.
God, man. Low-key, what you said, no, just triggered me so hard. Though. He wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. Get the fuck out.
Hey, bro,
I cheated on my significant other because she wasn't doing what she would do. I'll get home and I have to buy my own dinner. What the fuck? So I fucked a teenager instead,
Hey,
or like a
John,
young bum.
John, guys, John, be better.
Fuck up. Like it's like
John, man up.
so stupid.
Hey, there's that catch.
Call it as it is.
John, there's
Like,
bigger things to worry about, like Will Smith.
that's what I'm saying. Call it as it is. She was just a shit wife, dude.
no, she 100%
No, she's
is.
still a shit wife.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean she was?
She let
She's
people
still
walk
is.
all over him the moment she gets
Yeah,
made fun of
bro.
for having alopecia. She's just like,
Which also
take care of
the
it.
part is like, if someone
You
said
know what's
that,
crazy? No one knew until that day.
No one, no
She
one
apparently
knew
should-
until she
apparently she had
announced
a
that she
podcast.
made a video about it, like, oh, you
But a
know, I
while
have
back.
it, and you know, people are gonna say
And no
whatever.
one, but she came
She
out
even
with
said, she even said, I don't care if they make fun of it. Well,
Yeah.
obviously you do, bitch.
no, but
The
like,
fuck?
but even then, no one cared. Like she made that video,
Yeah, 'cause
no
it's-
one knew, and no one
hers
gave a
isn't
fuck to like
hers
find
isn't
out
like
about her alopecia.
It's not apparently it's not like a super severe version of it. Like it's just she'll regrow hair. Like
bro,
it's
I had
fine.
alopecia. Remember when I had long hair and had that one random bald spot? That was alopecia because I was stressed.
I only laughed because of what happened when we all got our hair cut together.
Yeah, we were all getting our hair.
He fucking had a stroke midway
Because it was that cringe for him.
We're trying to pass it like he was about to die.
He literally was dying from cringe.
No, because they're cutting my hair. This is like the first time I cut my hair when I had it long. So it was like a thing. And then
For
the girl,
some reason, we had a boy date. All three of us
We
got
really
haircut,
did.
and Cho sat watching us, and we made comments
Yeah.
about each other.
yeah, and then she
I
goes.
mean, it was right next to my parents' shop,
Yeah.
so I might as well.
But
just
the
sit there.
the part that made it funnier for all of us was I don't remember who initially leaned in, but we leaned in and said, how long until how long do you think it will take until she noticed the bald spot? Or
Oh,
like
yeah.
we were trying to make like subtle
bets.
jokes, like bets, like side comment, like we were trying to be quiet, and then literally right when we're done talking about it, she just pokes it. She goes, "What's up with that?"
I know. It was smooth in a motherfucker, bro. It was like a fucking jungle of long
Someone
hair.
just
and
got
then-
some nair and just
And
went.
just there, yeah, literally.
It was
went-
just right prior. He looked like Ed Buki.
the best part was his reaction too. He went, "Oh."
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, I don't want. Like, in my head, I'm just like, is it number one? Because to me, I was like, bro, I'm dying. My hair is
I'm
falling
dying.
off.
It just doesn't grow. I don't know.
Like it was literally like it was just.
I also
like
can't get it up. I don't know.
I can't get it.
They told me to take these pills.
Hey, bro, that was a fucking tough 2 weeks.
I just didn't know. Like we were just like we all knew about it because you had mentioned it to us
Yeah.
prior, and then we saw it visibly saw it, but we're just like, man, she's not gonna pay attention to that. She's gonna give him the
This
edge
bitch is
up.
cutting my hair. Of course, she's gonna notice.
She's giving him a trim. To be honest, it wasn't a haircut. It
Thank
was a
God I
trim.
don't lose hair when I get stressed out. It just goes white.
I don't lose. I
Just goes
I don't
white.
know about now. I'm not
I get
stressed out.
these,
I'm
man.
on.
I get the
Depot.
salt.
Yeah.
I get salt and pepper
I
hair.
fucking.
Mm.
I look like I've fucking been through the fucking mega dome.
No.
I don't
What's
know.
the mega dome?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to say it.
Not
Thunderdome.
Not
through-
scary. If you had said the Dimmadome,
The Dimmadome.
That's
scary.
In the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Owned by Doug Dimmadome.
Owned by Doug Doug Dimmadome.
You know they redid Fairy Odd Parents, right?
Yes, and it's like 3D now, just
What
like
the
they did with
fuck is
SpongeBob.
going
SpongeBob is now
on?
3D, which is weird because the creator of SpongeBob was like, "Don't ever let this go 3D." Like I think he like said it to the animators, like, "Don't ever let it get to that point." And it got to that point, and they're still saying,
isn't
like,
it though? Like it's not a part of like the original SpongeBob. It's like them back in like. when
No,
they're
I think
younger.
it's no, I think it's
They're younger and they're at like a summer camp or some shit like that.
SpongeBob.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Ghetto?
Maybe I haven't watched
I
it
don't know. To me, it's just cartoons are. Why don't they just make new ideas?
because they can't.
How you can't like just fucking hire
The
people?
greatest like
What do you
series of like new animations were like what
So
Adventure
you're telling me
Time.
out there's nobody that can write a fucking kid show.
Look,
Apparently not,
man.
because Adventure Time, Avengers, fucking Gumball, and
Regular show.
Regular
all that.
show?
They're all,
Steven
like,
Wonder.
old.
those are old, but those are like the newest generation. Then once those stopped, like they just remade.
That was right
old
when we were
shows.
like done with. Like,
yeah, regular show was great.
Because also in my head I'm like, if I were like a cartoon person, like to make one, I would be so confused.
Cartoon person.
Yeah,
I was
like,
about to say, no, you're pretty.
Are you like
Expressive.
SpongeBob?
Pretty
The
cartoony.
I'm like the Wile E. Coyote. Mm-hmm.
no, I was gonna say the
I like to
SpongeBob, the
try.
SpongeBob episode where he draws with something on a pencil.
Doodle-bob.
Yeah, Doodle Bob.
You walk up to Doodle Bob. Walk up to Doodle Bob and be like, "Hey, yo, what's 289 plus 11?"
Dude, okay. Would y'all be okay with like literally all of us take that time test?
I would smoke you.
Shut the fuck up.
John would be the only one I'd worry about.
Guys.
All the.
Wait. I'm not new and I know I'm dumb.
No,
I'm
hold
not
up.
gonna act like I'm
Only
not.
person
I
I'd be
know,
worried
wait.
about is John, but I would smoke your ass.
I'd make a.
you
Hey,
smoke
actually,
my
I would
ass.
smoke. I would smoke your ass.
Bro, okay.
Daddy,
I'm
please.
I'm talking about what are we talking about? Addition? What are we talking about?
Multiplication additions, we could do whatever.
Okay, but I get to pick out the paper.
Pick
sheet.
your core, bro. Addition.
No, because you're gonna pick
No,
up some like
'cause-
3-digit
Because
shit.
he wants to look at the answers.
No,
What's wrong with 3-digit shit?
You can't do 3
Yeah.
digits.
How can
bro?
you not do 3
no.
digits?
Okay, keep it minimum 1 digit.
Because you have to put a 0 in the.
Dude, 1 digit. Oh, come on,
no
no.
fractions, no decimals.
No,
We
you'd
fucking
have,
around
you'd
here.
have to at least do 2.
Why 2?
In elementary school,
we're
they made you
adults,
do
bro.
2.
I got my GED, bro. I'm Gucci, bro.
You do not have a GED. You have a
high
diploma.
school- Exactly. Same thing.
No,
right?
it's not.
Yeah. According to Amazon, yeah. According to Amazon, master's degree. is the
Diploma
same
or
thing.
GED equivalent.
There's a reason they separate the categories.
I don't know. I don't think they do anymore.
They say and or.
and I thought it was
No,
high
it's
school
and
diploma
or.
slash GED.
No, and or if you don't have a
A
diploma.
slash is and or, man.
Yeah, if you don't
slash
have
is
a-
and or.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Slash meant also
English. How did you
Not a
get
thing
your,
either. How did you get your current job, bro?
I don't
That's
know,
what like
bro.
it's like Hispanic or like
What?
Mexican slash Hispanic.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't mean like Mexican.
He goes,
and,
oh, I'm not
yeah.
Mexican.
Or
And or.
Hispanic.
He just goes, I'm other, and he types in
I know.
I put other.
I put
Argentinian.
other. Yeah. Other. I put other.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, I am. I'm other.
You're
No, you're not.
Mexican
You're Latin.
or
I'm
or
not.
Hispanic.
I'm not Mexican. I'm not
You're
Hispanic.
Latin.
I'm indigenous.
He's Latin. He's Latin American.
But he's
You're, but you're
Hispanic.
Asian.
No, I'm not. I'm mixed.
And I can't be fucking. I can't be a fucking.
You're full
Because
blooded.
there's things that Latin
But I'm
American is an
indigenous.
option, right?
Yeah, but I'm not Native American.
No, it's like
Latin America means you're just
No.
from South America,
But you
man.
know, my
There's
roots
not
are
an app. There's
indigenous,
not a
right?
Latin American.
Latin America means that you're born in South America.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Hispanic. Hispanic.
I don't think there's a Latin.
Hispanic.
A little.
Go fuck yourself. Hey, how about you go fuck yourself?
Hispanic means
He's trying
that
to think of the
you're-
word Latin America and he couldn't read it in his brain.
I said I'm stupid.
Why am I explaining this to them though?
lantern.
You're explaining it to him.
But did you know that too?
Yes.
What?
If you're born in South America, you're Latin American. If you have Spaniard descent, in other words, if they ever
So
conquered
you
your
would be
country,
Caucasus.
you're Hispanic.
You'd be Caucasian then.
Technically, yes, but that's why they
So
separate
you
Hispanic
get to put other.
because I'm mixed.
Okay.
If there's a mixed option, I pick
but
mixed.
I'm not Native American nor fucking
If there's
Spaniard.
no, but if I'm mixed, exactly, you're
So
Latin.
I'm indigenous.
You're not indigenous.
Yes,
you're Latin.
You're telling me I'm not indigenous?
That's not an
Are you
option,
telling
though.
me?
I'm saying there's not an option on most
I know
things,
there's
though.
that's why I put other.
You're supposed to put Latin American, though.
I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, you are.
I'm supposed to.
Because you're born in Latin
tell me if
America.
Oh, you're indigenous? Yeah. What are you? Argentinian.
And they go, that's what they go.
They go. Excuse
Latin.
me. They go. Oh, so you mean Latin?
No, because in that logic,
No, in this interview. No. I'm not Latin American.
I just want to be a fucking snowflake, bro.
But you said you're Argentinian.
My ethnicity out your mouth.
But that means you would be Asian
That is
No,
so weird.
because you were just a quarter black.
It's so weird of
And
you for
quarter
assuming
white.
that I'm this. It's kind of
Okay, John, you're different.
Literally,
No, you can be
dude.
different,
No,
John.
no. Because when it says
I
if
can't
it says
be different.
mix,
No,
if
John,
it says
it's
mix,
okay.
I pick mixed. Fun
There's
fact.
mixed?
Yeah, there's some
Yeah,
paperwork
some paperworks do
give you option of mix.
Okay, John, you're
But
special.
government paperwork,
I'm
it
sorry.
asks,
You're right.
are you mixed? Are you these majority things or other? And I have to pick other because I have picked Asian, and they're just like, okay, but like
They don't wait.
Hits you with a dot.
When have you picked the box and they go, hold up, bro, come on.
Wait a second.
they asked me about it. And
Wait
I'm
a
like,
second. How tall are you?
technically-
6'3"?
It's not the height. They just asked about the skin.
What
tone.
Asian are you? Vietnamese? Yeah, that's definitely not. Nah. Listen
You got
here,
to put
boy.
black under there.
I do technically have to put mixed because also that's the only reason my parents got granted citizenships.
Because
They're
They're
mixed.
mixed.
Yeah, the
Look here, my
Amero-Asian Act.
Ooh, damn. I just learned history. John was an anchor
They had to
baby.
go on a rant.
Now you're making me feel bad because I put other.
I just think it's funny.
I think
I just do Asian.
because yours is easy because you're
Yeah,
Asian.
just Asian.
That dude is
Why
magic.
Yeah, but you're actually like majority Hispanic.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Because isn't
But
Salvadorian
look,
considered
but look at
Hispanic
him.
too?
He looks
Now,
fucking
now,
Spanish.
every time I see an
no, I put
Argentinian, I'm
white
just
or
gonna
Korean.
imagine them as indigenous as they
No,
can
no,
possibly
okay, I'm
be.
If you're closer, I would slap
No,
you too.
it's okay.
Nah.
No,
Oh,
Argentinians
God.
in my mind are super indigenous now.
Fucking now, like, they look all Eskimo. Like,
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna imagine them from now
I
on.
just think
Navajoan.
Oh damn! You know how a car works? That you people were indigenous.
We use all the cow.
And it just makes
As
me.
you
It
can
is
tell.
kind of funny because he says Argentinian, and Argentinians like national team is like majority like really whitewashed players.
because there's Spanish tinted.
So both sides of your family, there's no Spanish heritage.
No, my mom has Arabic or Middle Eastern descendancies with a dash of.
Okay, now you can put. Now
Oh,
that
so
you
now
gave me
you
that
So
story,
now can I put Middle
you can
Eastern?
be other.
man?
So
Now
you
you can put other because you're
That's what
mixed.
I'm saying.
Unless you're
So you-
unless
can
there's
you
a
say
mixed
Habibi?
option.
Huh? Habibi.
Habibi?
Yeah, Habibi.
Habibi, brother. Habibi, brother. How are you, brother? It's
Okay, see
nice.
now.
Sounds racist.
Wait, how's that racist? Wait, is doing
No,
accents
my
racist?
mom's has Arabic descent. Oh, okay,
Wait, so
you know
doing
what?
accents is racist? Because if you were to do,
Okay, so you don't think it, hold on. You don't think that's racist, but then if you see some guy go, "Oh, hello," you think that's racist?
Ooh, guys,
No,
here's the line.
but see-
We're kind of
It depends on who's doing the accent. If Cho does it,
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
like,
I was gonna say. I was gonna say, can you do a Japanese accent even though you're not Japanese?
Can you do a Japanese accent?
Did I ask
See how
like
weird-
that?
does the accent at
See how
us.
weird you
Did I
guys
ask
get?
it?
See how weird it got? Yeah, that's why you don't do it.
That's a good tip. You do an accent, no one laughs. That's when you just stop and you walk out the fucking room.
I apologize.
I'm sorry.
And then
It
you,
just makes-
you stare at the ethnicity that you're doing it to.
yeah, if you do the accent, the people that you're doing the accent to just feel uncomfortable.
Just go.
It's just like I want to apologize to the Academy.
Love makes me do
nominees.
wild things.
I'm just in a position where I gotta fight for my family.
King Richard said, "Fuck them."
Now I'm over here looking like the crazy dad.
King Richard liked kung fu movies.
he doubled down.
I am so sorry.
Oh, do you know what I thought about, which is kind of sad? So like, so I recently watched Jackie Chan's like stunt documentary.
Fucking
Again?
beautiful.
It's
Beautiful.
great.
It's
It's
great.
great. So much detail. Like I feel like it's like kind of like a master class of how like stunt work can be done with cameras, which I feel like Hollywood should watch to at least learn
Hollywood
something.
itself should watch.
Yeah,
it.
because they Hollywood directors suck. Because like if you see any
What's
new
that fucking
recent
thing that you can sign up for and like
Fiverr?
Skillshare.
Skillshare.
Skillshare. You
Offset.
also can learn how to stunt double like Jackie Chan.
Use code word off center.
where we have
Class.
plenty of experts teaching the class. Cuts to Jackie.
We
Chan.
have
Hello,
Happy Man.
I'm Jackie Chan. I break a lot of bones.
But yeah, like so. I mean, like a good example is the Jason Bourne shit. When they do
Yeah,
fight
Transporter.
scenes, super like zoomed in, like crazy motions.
They
like,
do the motion because their actual like stunt shit is bad.
yeah, exactly. But like,
But come on,
But then like,
Jason's hitting that age. He can't be throwing it like that.
hey, that's why they've got fucking stunt work.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just thought like it was sad that like
doesn't he still do his own
No,
stunts?
you're thinking
No.
of fucking
that's
Mission
Tom, that's
Impossible.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise does too,
Yeah.
but I thought Jason Statham does too.
No.
Jason Statham
British.
Jason
doesn't.
Statham's not even in Jason Bourne.
No,
Oh shit, that's not
it's,
Damon.
Yeah, bro.
Damon.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, my bad.
Okay, buddy.
I'm still thrown off by your Asian accent. I'm still triggered by it.
But, like it just,
He was so scared of that.
I was like, I've been canceled once. But
First, the
Asians go hard when the Twitter.
I don't know. I feel like Asians need to step
No one's
up
gonna
and
be like,
cancel.
I am actually truly sorry.
Yeah.
These are my
If
friends.
anything,
he's
I
gonna
think-
he's gonna
I
like
think Asians
pause
need
the
to cancel
episode
each
and put
other.
on his own voice overlay
No,
over the
he's
thing.
gonna do the same
just
by the
wanna
bell. Pause.
Pause.
I
I
just
like
wanna
Hey
anime.
guys. Shut up. Hey guys. Knew it. It's kind of weird. We're learning about racism.
I'm in a pickle this time.
How do I get out of it now?
Let me send screenshots. So hopefully that
You're saying that he would do all this in editing, but knowing Nguyen, he's just gonna do the Eric Andre thing. We'll be right back.
But like going back to, I agree 100%. A lot of like Hollywood now is just fucking CGI it.
Yeah, just CGI it.
CGI the fight. Like
it sucks.
avoid-
It's
a good
terrible.
example of that was the world
Black Panther.
like fucking
Black Panther's fight scene.
Matrix
their
fight
train-
scenes were terrible.
Oh yeah,
All terrible.
But not all new movies do that. Because
You're talking
Shang-Chi was
about-
pretty good.
The old Matrix.
No, the new one.
the new one.
Resurrection.
Newer movies that
They
are
didn't
coming
really
out of
fight.
Hollywood. They come out of like
Didn't they just kind of float around?
Yeah.
They had like force
Exactly.
fight.
Yeah, it was a force fight. And then like I was gonna say like the last two Matrices, the CGI wasn't there either. Like
True.
Yeah.
Reloaded
Hollywood has just
Redemption or
leaned
Rebirth
into
or whatever.
CGI way too much. I feel, and it
True.
just it kills the film.
But
Like
again,
really
there's some
bad
movies that are
CGI is
decent.
hard to watch.
Especially fighting, dude. Like you can
Like fucking Black Panther is a very good example of like really weird CGI done.
Really?
But it's
Yeah.
really
I
weird
watched
because
it.
remember the first like major fight scene where he like took the little plant thing and then he had to like prove that he was worth the Black Panther
Yeah.
ability. That was a pretty decent fight scene.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called
no,
acid.
but like I'm talking about like the train fight between him and Killmonger.
I
That
know,
was-
John.
was
that
that-
was
Killmonger fight was
super
Is
bad.
that the quarter of you talking? 'Cause
No.
you sound pretty high.
No. That first part was decent.
No,
the
the
actual
first fight,
like,
yeah.
where
The
they were actually fist fighting. It was him and the dude from the Mountain Tribe or
But
whatever.
they do like
They're
literally
fighting-
2-second like fights, and then they shift angles instead of like Jackie
Well, like
Chan
how
movies
Jackie
where
Chan
it's
does
like
it.
a
He
linear-
shows you the entire thing.
a
and
linear-
up
no, that's what I'm
until-
saying. That very
yeah.
first scene
I'm
was
not
kind
gonna
of
lie,
like that.
this is why I like indie or like action movies because they're
What
true to
indie
like
action movie has
I
come
don't
out?
know, bitch. I know the song.
I mean,
What do you say? End of the year action?
Indie.
Indie action.
well,
movies.
like
I've never
I
heard
wouldn't
of
say
any of
because
Like,
like
it's not
there's a
indie,
lot of
but lower
YouTubers.
budget.
Yeah,
Is that
like
it's
There are
lower
studio.
YouTubers that make
Yeah.
that have made like little action films that are fucking great, like
Yeah.
stunt work dudes.
Exactly.
They're
But
great.
the thing is, like stunt workers, I feel like they're like it used to be a high demand, but now there's not that many.
It's because they can get replaced over
honestly
CGI,
don't know.
unless
I don't know the full
director is
like-
like
like, scope of like if
But-
I think just
stunt
fist
doubles are,
fighting
like,
itself has
less
become like a
needed.
dated.
That's what I
thing.
meant. Like back
because
then,
John
sucks.
Wick, it was a pretty good action movie, but it's not like hand combat driven.
it's so good.
gunplay.
Really?
more
I thought
so.
it was though.
It's
No, it's
gunplay.
more
Like,
it's
I
more
thought-
close combat with guns.
But I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
was
So
more
like
mili-
it's a lot of like
judo
a
and
lot
shit.
of good.
It's a lot of judo, but it's a lot of militia style judo. So like it's like how to
So, like,
use
Krav Maga
grappling
shit?
with guns and stuff like that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like some of the most intense fight scenes is when he has a handgun. It is kind of over
So,
over
Gunjitsu?
dramatic because like
This
come on
fucking
man, no
dude?
one holds their gun this close all the time. But you know,
Yeah,
Keanu
you
made
got-
it look cool.
You got to do it for
It
the
looks so
gram.
good. I love John Wick.
I was like
I
halfway
like
through, motherfucker started being like a Rainbow Siege.
You know what movie I still
He never aimed. He just tilted.
The movie that I still want to see that everybody loves the action scene for is Old Boy.
Oh, the Korean film?
Yeah, I
The
never
Korean
one,
one?
the oneer,
It's the Korean one, not
the
the
one
American
hallway.
Yeah.
No, even the American one is decent.
No,
No,
don't like
it-
it.
It's not.
like-
It pales comparison to the
killed,
Korean one,
like,
but the
I
original,
remember
the
seeing-
English
I
one.
think it was a
It was a
Node video where they said
It's
they pretty much- they
digital
ruined-
corridors.
yeah, corridor. They
did,
said they
Old
ruined
Boy.
that scene because they instead
They
of doing
did
the like
cuts.
the consistent thing,
Mhm.
They
it
had
was a
like
back angle.
they had weird cuts. Then you can
Yeah.
tell when they did the cuts.
I mean, but that's what I'm
so
saying.
weird.
That sucks.
Compared to the Korean one, that's a masterpiece. But the American version wasn't bad. Like in
I
terms,
never
the
saw
cuts
both of them,
themselves, but
I mean,
they did show that you can do a scene like that
Well, there's a lot of
with cuts.
A lot of the like digital quarter's
'Cause then
biggest gripe
Marvel-
about it was in the Korean film of Oldboy. You can see when the protagonists get tired, and then eventually gets like this
It's a
sudden burst
continuation.
of energy, but he like slowly still gets tired. And the American version, the dude never gets tired. He gets stabbed in the back. He just keeps fucking
He has
walking.
that
He's
fucking just
Well,
like
oh boy,
protagonist
He
strength.
just got like Terminator strength. He just keeps fucking going. There's no like you can't tell if he's getting tired.
That's
If
what,
he's
yeah, the
getting hurt.
Korean one's very visceral. Why the American one is just very cinematic.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
I
saying. Like I feel like American films like I feel like they just try to copy too much instead of just
I
trying
think
to.
I think it's because they were like I think when it comes to like I guess you would say foreign films that I've noticed like Bollywood and shit like they're down to do the practical shit and not source
You say
it out
that,
to
but there's some
CGI.
Bollywood
No, there's some
CGI
Bollywood.
that's
Yo,
fucking.
yeah, there's some Bollywood CGI, but they also try to use
Great.
practicality with like wires and shit.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just making the person fly. So I think that's also a sense like in Asia, especially dude, if you're talking about like all the fucking movies that came out like in the 2000s, like House of the Flying Daggers, fucking Curse of the Golden Flower, all those things were so well choreographed. It was all about like choreography and actual practicality of the person instead of just
Apparently,
let's
movies
CGI
like that.
everything.
Apparently,
I'm not
movies
gonna
like
lie,
that
you
in
said
China
flying, and I
completely
immediately
dead.
like went to Crouching
Huh?
Tiger, Seeing Dragon.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like
That's just so sick.
But that
A
apparently
lot of
those
Jet Li
movies
films back then.
died
Ip Man.
in China.
really?
Yeah, it's because they don't like that anymore. They like the big
They
explosion.
like
shit.
Marvel.
I would be bored of like seeing motherfuckers fly through bamboo like if I was in China too. Like I would want to see some
It's not.
Transformers
It's not
shit.
even that. I think they just got tired of the trope of like.
Yeah, they
kung
just
fu movies.
they like big explosion shit now. They love
Yeah,
Michael
literally,
Bay
they're
movies.
they're named kung fu movies instead of just like action movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
When in all reality, they're just an action movie.
yeah.
like
I don't know, have
they
their
just
own-
recently.
they have their
It's their
style.
own
Kung-
style,
Kung
but
Fu
like
has their own
it's
style,
literally,
though.
I don't disagree, but it's literally like
Like,
the
I heard
style-
Shang-Chi
like
didn't
if
do
you
well.
bare minimum cutting
I
it,
heard-
it's just an action movie.
True.
I heard Shang-Chi didn't do well.
I'm not surprised.
China?
It wasn't a
Yeah,
lot
all
of.
out of all the Marvel movies, that's the one that didn't do that well.
It's because I just feel like it's because one, it
was
falls
too-
under
It was
kung
too
fu.
inclusive, bro.
Which is
fall
funny
under-
because out of all of them, it's the one that has like the closest to reality fight scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's elements of magic and shit. Motherfucker has rings on his hands that let him fly and shit. And it's
I
sudden.
thought that was dope. I
But,
honestly love that part of Shang-Chi.
Like there's moments of time where
Great.
like straight up the last fight scene, there was like a good chunk, like about 40% of it was just them two standing in front of each other duking it out. Like straight up kung fu duking it out. That's it.
yeah,
The dad and the son.
The son,
Yeah.
yeah.
That shit was sick.
I thought it was.
And I was
great.
just like,
I love
I
it.
appreciate that they did it. Whoever the director is, the fact that he was willing to actually make them do that, pretty
Yeah,
dope.
but
I've
if you
watched
watch a lot of
breakdowns
like,
about like that whole fight scene is so much. It's
yeah,
so, like in
it's
detail.
so much better.
Like no,
The
not even
parallel
so, like,
between him
yeah,
and his mom.
the dad.
Yeah.
Like how the son
Learned
he
the
pretty
style.
much
He learned the style
but
from his
like
mom.
with the rings, like he wears them out while his dad wears them in.
Yeah.
and it shows like he wants to. Never mind.
He wants to
It's
control
getting too
why
geeky. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But what's it called? If you watch Chinese films now, they either do a old ancient Chinese word now put into modern day place, or they do a bunch of army shit, like with
Yeah.
guns and explosions and like some fighting. But like,
Dude, it was the same thing with
it's
Vietnam.
just they
I watched the
basically
Viet
stopped.
movie.
Yeah, they basically stopped doing old ancient kung fu shit and moved over to now like modern day
like
kung
Saving
fu
Private
shit.
Ryan shit.
This is kind of
Yeah,
like
basically, but with a bunch more like kung fu aspects into it. Like the guy's like
Or-
spinning in the air, grabbing the gun, 360, no scope, sniper. I don't fucking know, like some shit like that.
Or in Vietnam, or like the Viet movie I watched. The whole premise is essentially it's Taken, but like in reverse. Like
What's
so,
it? How's it in reverse?
So you know, it's okay. So
So she's
Taken,
gonna get
the daughter
kidnapped?
gets
Give it
kidnapped,
away.
right?
Uh-huh.
And so his job is to get her back.
So
Yes.
she's already pre-kidnapped.
This in this movie, they're trying to take his daughter and his family, but he keeps on getting away with it. It's like a chase. It's a chase movie.
I
Catch
thought,
me
she,
if
I
you
thought he was
can.
trying
But-
to get rid of her. Like,
he keeps on leaving her at the mall.
She's outside. right
Anybody
now.
with a can, he points out, points her out.
It's actually not a good
Honey,
time
there's
for
a
us
puppy
right
over
now.
there.
It's just straight up a comedy movie. Every time the people
I
try
mean,
to
it was
kidnap
a
her, they
com-
like fucking slip over some banana or some shit every time.
Close.
Just
But
every time.
I shit you not. I watched the movie and I was like, yeah, I get it. Like there had like an ass ton of comedians. Like and the cast is like 30 people and 20 of them were comedians.
Nice.
And their job was literally to show up to set and like ad lib a random scene. So they're like, hey, you're a famous comedian. Come here, be a hotel housekeeper, like the front desk. And then he's supposed to just crack jokes while the main character is like, a mob's trying to kidnap my family because I have money. And he's like, yeah, but airplane food, right? I'm like, I'm watching it. And I'm like, okay. But then halfway through the movie, I was like, man, this movie, they must have had like a budget, and then they had a explosion budget, because every fucking chance that they had, they put a fucking explosion.
Something up.
Boats exploded all the fucking time, and I'm not talking about like motorboat. A fucking rowboat like fucking exploded. And then there's one scene where they're having like a speedboat chase. And in Vietnam, there's like houses that are like on the bayou, like straight up over the river.
On the bayou.
They straight up drove through it. They straight up drove through the under part of it and knocked out the whole carriage just so all the houses tipped over into the water and the families fall in. And I'm like, okay. Why? What? How? And one of the guys,
It's called gas lines.
the guy,
It's called gas.
dude, they're huts, bro. They're straight up huts. And then the best part was one of the family
They were
that
refurbished.
one of the family in the hut, they had like their own like random scene where they were like talking. The husband's like singing karaoke and the wife's pissed off because they're supposed to go to a party or some shit and they're running late. Boats hit, they fall in the water, the explosion, straight up homeboy. My karaoke machine. That's what exploded? Fuck y'all. I'm watching it and everybody in the crowd, you know, all my cousins and brethrens, they're like, yeah. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here, man? I'm too high for this.
That's fucking. You know what's? That's my favorite like comedic thing. Like, I don't know if you watched like a Family Guy where I think it was like Meg was learning how to drive. And she's like races this guy in the fucking carriage.
Oh yeah.
And the carriage crashes and it just falls down, and then the horse looks, and then the horse blows up. To me, that's like the funniest, stupidest like action.
But going to action, have you seen The Kingsman? Like the latest one that came out?
Is it the British Secret Service thing?
Oh, it's like the original. Like they're coming back to. They're like
The original
foundation.
Kingsman.
Have
like
you ever seen it?
I've never watched it.
Bro, there is a twist in it that I was very surprised about. Y'all give a fuck if I say it?
I mean,
I don't give a fuck if you guys. I don't give a fuck.
Editor new and get it.
No, but pretty much. So
I feel bad for all the
it's
Kingsman
the-
fans out there.
There's a guy's like, I'm about to
all
go.
20 of you.
He's on his smart TV. He's like, oh, the Kingsman. Oh wait, All Center has a new episode. Let me watch that first. No way, because they correlate.
So pretty much, it's the main guy that pretty much started it. He has a son, and then the son wants to go to they're having a giant ass war. That
Is
like
it during World War?
No. It's like
Or
pretty
the
much
Clone War?
someone dies, and pretty much the three like leaders of like these three countries are like cousins, and they want to fight.
Keep going.
The son ends up going to the army, and then he ends up figuring out that his dad was right. Like war's not what he wanted to do for some fucking odd reason. There's a scene where like he ends up saving this soldier. Fuck off.
Hey, that's how it feels like being known for a day.
Like, I'm about to get up and Will Smith your ass.
This needs to be a bit from
This
now
is what
on.
it's like. You're reading the Star Wars intro.
I'm
It's
sorry.
just going up. You're like,
No. Just from now on, anytime someone explains a movie, we have to sing a soundtrack to the wrong movie.
That's Star Wars history. That's what Lewis is saying.
that's what he's reading on right now. It's a
But it has all the stutters too. Yeah, but it's like a war, a kind of war.
I'm so done with this.
And that was the Kingsman.
Yeah, spoiled.
It's candid of part of the Star
We're
Wars.
just trying to add
universe.
some ambiance, bro.
I know where I left off, so that's already done.
Okay, so who dies at the end?
I don't know.
So stupid.
Oh, you know what I noticed? Like, speaking of movies, like you were mentioning.
I don't care.
No, are you about to tell us
I'm
a whole movie?
Give me a soundtrack, boys.
Well, it depends on what it
What-
is.
what's the movie?
Scary movie.
Scary movie. Okay, Jurassic Park.
No, but is it weird that they don't make scary?
Yeah, it's hard to focus, ain't it, bitch?
Yeah, and then she falls in love with a phone.
Realize that it's just right here. It's right in your ear.
Hey, this is improv right there. You got to roll with the punches.
And then he goes, "Are you not?"
This is a yes and right now. Shut the fuck up.
And then she throws the pendant in the water and it sinks. The Titanic just started fucking with you.
Oh my god. Okay, so speaking of Hollywood, I've got a gripe.
Go.
I feel like after
got a little bit of a taste.
Squid Game, after that like popped off, I feel like Hollywood has now this hard on of just getting any Korean actor in their shit, right?
Yes.
If I,
Here's a gripe.
Here's one's gonna be a Marvel.
now.
Halo.
Who's Asian?
In Halo, the character
Master
you meet in the
Chief.
first
Master Chief
episode.
is Asian.
No, but I do have a gripe about.
That's because
He takes off his head. Cortana, where my bulgogi?
It's fucking John Cho.
It's Bobby Lee.
Dude, that'd be hilarious.
I know. See,
No, but like,
Is Bobby even Korean?
Bobby
he
is
is
Korean.
Korean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is Korean. But like, so
I
like,
know John Cho, but I didn't know about Bobby.
in Halo, right? So like you meet kind of like I guess the main character for right now. There's only 2 episodes. I've only watched the first one,
Wait,
but
they have a show?
yeah, they have a show.
It's a show?
Yeah.
They've made it a show.
I thought it was a movie.
They do have a movie, but they made a show, and it came out like the 21st of
It's
March.
on
It's on Paramount.
I thought it was an
cut
Amazon.
off
It's on Paramount. But
These are cut off.
Fuck all these apps,
you
man.
meet 2 kind of characters. You meet the dad who's a Korean. I mean,
Okay.
and then his daughter's Korean, right? But like, it's just like I feel like Hollywood has got this weird like
I'm being honest,
fucking
bro.
boner for like casting Koreans now.
They're
It's
bricked
just
up for Koreans, bro.
it's honestly annoying. Like 'cause
Is
back
it?
then, yeah, because back
For
then
Korean?
back then when I saw a Korean actor, I'm like, oh shit, I know him because my mom watches like the dramas that he's in. Like that's cool. Like because like when like G.I. Joe, the other fucking ninja dude,
Yeah.
Korean.
Korean.
I was like,
Or
oh,
Glenn.
that's fucking cool, huh?
Glenn from Walking Dead.
Yeah, Glenn from Walking Dead, Korean. That's cool. That's fucking awesome. But now it's
Still waiting for a
like,
Viet
By the
Cong or
way, that
whatever.
guy from G.I. Joe, he fucking pretty much, I don't know where the fuck he was saying.
oh wait,
but-
my mic died, or not my headphones.
So pretty much that guy pretty much said that he was just like they treated him like shit here. But he's like a big deal in like
Yeah,
Korea.
he's
like a real big
he's
deal.
a fucking like
really?
so he's like an
He's like
A tier.
A-list?
He's an A-lister. Like in Korea,
Like,
he's an A-list.
The A-list of A-list, kind of like he's
Like
the-
he in any well-known movie, he's probably
like, they know,
been in it.
But he pretty much talked about how like people here treat him like shit.
Yeah,
I'm curious, but why do you get like why are you so like as you would say annoyed that they're using
because
more
like now it's like
It's like it's odd because it
it's
would
like-
be the adverse
Look,
effect.
it's
of
'cause,
You
like-
don't understand it because you're not been fetishized, bro.
I
it's
want
not
to be
even it's not even
fetishized.
dude. It's not even that.
No, you
it's
don't.
just
No, you don't.
dude. It's not
You
even.
really
It's not
don't.
even that.
I
It's
don't.
just like. Like for us, these actors are like top tier
Top tier,
actors,
yeah.
but then they come here and then whatever, like they're treated like
Motherfucker
shit,
got
or they're like
downgraded to
given,
fucking Snake Eye.
oh yeah, they're like downgraded to like play a really shit role, but then after something that's like they made that is big, all of a sudden like they want every Korean to be in every part of their fucking show or their movie. So it's just like
It's a trend, yeah. But
it's fucking annoying. It's just like it's just annoying.
Now like they're representing more of like
No, but they're
Koreans,
not they're representing it only in a way to like that benefits them. It's not doing anything
but it also
for us.
benefits the
It's
Korean
not real
actor.
Korean.
It's not
though,
even
either.
that though, because like we were doing just fine now.
Well, okay, so
After Squid Games, fucking Parasite, fucking
Well,
Parasite,
so let me ask
Squid
you a question.
Game,
Would you prefer
every
was
fucking
first.
K dramas on Netflix.
So would you
Like,
prefer a Korean production with the cast, or would you prefer like? Do you not like the fact that Americans are backing up the production?
No, I don't.
I
just
just don't like
casting-
the fact that they're fucking. They have like this
It's just
weird.
they're getting him to get him.
Yeah, they're just getting them to get. They don't even care about the character. They just get them because
At
they
this
need
point,
a
it's like
fucking
a- yeah, it's
Korean.
like a
So you think
checklist.
you
Yeah,
you
it's
think,
just a checklist on their production list
So
that they
you-
need one.
so you think they're
We
getting
need female. We need colored.
so you think
Korean.
they're getting Korean actors because they want to just be inclusive, is not because these guys are.
It's not. They're not. They don't give a shit about being inclusive.
If they wanted to be inclusive, they would have more other Asians too.
Yeah, they would. They
just
would
Koreans,
represent.
not
They would
just
represent
Koreans,
more
too.
than outside of Koreans.
I've
Instead
never
of
seen a
Chinese
Malaysian
either.
guy.
It's always like Chinese, Japanese, and now it's being Koreans. But they don't. Where's Viets? Where's Thais? Where's Cambodians? Like, if you want to be inclusive, you need to bring in
I
everyone.
didn't make
And
that
they
joke
would make
earlier. Straight up, he was like, listed all the Korean people that have been in Asian shows. Don't know any Viet guy. Name a single Viet
That's
guy.
what I'm saying. Like,
We got John
it's not,
Cho,
they're
we
not.
got
They're not doing it to be
Stephen
inclusive.
Yu.
They're just doing it to check off. Like,
But
they
even
have
then, I'm
one
just
now.
like it would be even better if the character had
or like
an importance to
like to the
being
story.
Asian.
Like he
True.
had a meaning to the story. Then he's just the fucking Korean dude now.
It's like it's pretty much being the token.
Like
Asian.
Glenn was like. He was like a Korean guy, but like he played a
didn't
role.
talk
He
about it,
survived
yeah.
for so fucking
he
long.
didn't play a Korean person.
No, he
like,
just played a
survivor.
survivor.
He
He played a
played Glenn,
survivor.
like
Yeah,
survivor.
that's all it is.
Yeah.
But now
He
it's
just happened
like
to have
now it's
Korean
like
features.
oh we get a Korean, we have to have them speak Korean because they speak Korean in the fucking show.
Oh shit! So they are typecasted to be Korean.
Yes, they're typecasted to be Korean. Now their dialogue in the script is to speak Korean. So it's like, bro, like, it's cool that.
Okay, now I know. I thought you meant like
Yeah.
Carol and Kumar shit. Were like,
No.
I mean, it's cool. Like they're having.
Yeah, no. It's not that. It's like now they're being typecasted to be a part of these.
Oh, so like fucking
specifically because they're Korean.
flashing the Korean card.
So it'd be like, oh, dude, do some Korean shit. Like,
Yeah, like speak Korean, and then fucking what happens? Like
Korean subtitles.
20 minutes into the speak in Korean, and then it's just their dialogue. So it's like, bro,
That's some disrespectful shit.
but that's not the only gripe I have about Halo.
Fired.
Though. Oh my
I
god,
haven't seen
Halo.
it.
Halo.
I'm probably not going.
I was so hyped about
I'll
watching
see it.
Halo, and I was
But
like,
dude, right now that's kind
So
of the
frustrated.
fucking-
But that's what it comes
So
from. Like
frustrated.
I was watching the Bruce Lee documentary, and something that is interesting that like they were talking about like race and like I guess you would say like the dynamics within like Asians, especially Korean immigrants and like Chinese immigrants. They were so reserved that they kind of like the white community accepted them so easily, and like they were like, oh, that's our like ethnic friend, or like because it's like, oh, they're just Asian.
But we're also trained that too.
Exactly, but at the same time,
It wasn't just our culture. Like, no, we were trained when we were moved here. I can only speak from a Viet perspective, but my
Right.
mom was like, "Yo, you think like Viet people do nails and hair and all that shit because we wanted to? No, we were trained. Like, we were made to go. Like, she's like, I learned how to say pedicure before I learned to say hello. Like, legitimately, they moved her to Taiwan. There's like it was kind of like a camp to like get them ready for America for Viet people, and they taught them English and how to like figure out the difference in money and stuff like that, all the generic stuff. And they taught them like, hello, I can work for cheap, all those phrases. But then they taught them a lot of like nail and hair terminologies.
oh no, my dad was more like he just picked up skills from wherever he was doing because he used to be an electrician for like a hospital for a bit.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then
That's what I'm curious about.
my dad's basically the jack of all trades. He knows how to do electricity. He fucking does like lumber work. He's done basically everything. Anytime I ask him a question about something, like something even super specific, he's like, oh yeah, I know how to do it.
Everything.
Any car problems, he's just like, oh yeah, here we just do this.
You felt so proud about
so hard to add a joke in there, and it did not work.
Yeah, but like,
Sorry, we turned the podcast about Asian people again.
I was like, fine.
But if you want to be fucking Korean passing, you better learn, bro. You better
yeah, I
learn
know.
the
If you're gonna
struggle,
be
bro.
like, oh, I'm Korean, then you fucking better get to it, bitch.
Why are you looking at me, dog?
No, you better get to it, bitch.
Bro, Hispanic, dog.
Hey, bro, just because they confused you as my brother at our old
Yeah,
job,
you can-
now
you
I'm
gotta-
out.
You gotta get to it, bitch. Now you gotta get to stepping.
Because if you don't, appropriate it.
Appropriated. You can't wear that kimono you look good in, bro.
Yeah, but dude, if you're, are you planning on watching the Halo series?
Probably.
Ruin it.
How deep are you into like understanding the lore?
Oh, bro, I'm deep.
Okay,
I
you're
know
gonna
what-
be
I know-
very
I know
upset
What, I
when
know
he,
what the Guardians.
you're
and the
gonna be
Prophets, and I
very
know everything.
upset when he takes his helmet off.
Don't
You're
tell
gonna be
me.
very
He
upset.
takes his helmet off. Hello, brother.
Hello, brother.
Hello, brother. I am from Nigeria. I am Master Chief. What?
See, when you don't,
That sounds very inclusive.
when it's
I'm
not,
for it.
you see,
I'm inclusive.
That sounds
when
very
it's not
inclusive, and
funny,
I'm for it.
you
actually.
should not do it.
What do you mean?
No laugh.
No, I wasn't trying to make. I was
Oh,
trying
it's
to be
okay.
inclusive.
You feel kind of awkward right now?
a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of hurt.
Did you?
Kind of hurt.
Sometimes, hey, it lands. But you know what? You shouldn't get smacked for it. Will Smith.
You didn't do
that's what you
If
should
Chris
take away
Rock did
from
an
this.
accent, though,
Bro, imagine if Chris Rock would have swang.
I honestly wanted to.
Bro, Will wins.
Well, of
I'm
course.
sorry, Will wins that fight.
But to me, like,
No,
honestly,
the Oscar wins. Is those ratings?
yeah, through the roof, dude.
The ratings are just crazy.
you see
because of
Dana
it.
White shows up and he starts splitting them apart.
Dude, you know what they need to bring back? But like,
You just hear the
Celebrity box.
no, instead
the
of the
fucking,
claymation version, celebrity deathmatch,
Celebrity
but real
deathmatch.
match, like Will Smith versus Chris Rock.
Ooh.
Catch
So
weight.
straight up, they're gonna bite from all the YouTubers that are fighting each other.
Yeah,
We need a Hollywood version of that.
Dude, I wouldn't mind that. Dude, imagine seeing name two actors.
There's gotta be actors that beef a little bit though.
Okay,
Low-key,
The Rock versus Vin
Little
Diesel.
Rock wins.
The
The Rock
would
wins.
No, I put my money on Vin.
The Rock. Dude,
The
Rock.
the only
Hold
thing Vin
on.
Diesel would do is suck on The Rock's toe because we all know
The
his
Rock
fucking
would
kink, bro.
fucking pick up Vin Diesel and throw him.
He's a
He
fucking
No, what are
giant
you
compared to.
talking about? You know how much muscle
Lewin,
he
I
has?
get that you're trying to do this.
Who?
But you're
Vin
not
Diesel
gonna-
or the Rock?
The
Yes,
Rock.
the Rock.
So you know how much lactic acid he's gonna build up within 3 minutes?
You really think
realize
Vin Diesel is taking? You really think
realize
Vin
how-
Diesel's taking anatomy and fucking like health science into this fight? Nah, bro.
No, but like
You
dude,
think
the-
that Vin Diesel without the fucking
Diesel?
steroids, all the steroids he's
Diesel.
taking is gonna win? Nah.
No, but the Rock is muscular, so he has a lot of muscle to carry on. So technically, if Vin Diesel,
I'm assuming these
What,
are
just
gonna
runs
be
around the
boxing matches.
ring
Yeah,
for a
if
little bit?
if he
Vin
lets
Diesel doesn't
The
look
Rock
like he
time-
ran.
And
in
the
a
Rock, you know
while,
what he's gonna do?
man.
He's just gonna stand there.
He's just gonna stand there.
Vin
Like
has
a rock.
family.
That family ain't gonna do shit in that ring. First of all,
That family's over.
And the Rock and
What's
the Rock
song?
took
What's
over the
song?
family.
What's the Spanish song they always play when in Fast and the Furious when they all meet up for the barbecue?
I don't know.
I know the song. I just don't know.
I don't know how to
the
say
name.
it. It's like a dun 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 or some shit like that.
It's his own culture, and it still sounds a little
little
racist when he
What
did
do you
it.
mean?
Taco burrito.
Oh my god, bro.
What other celebrity fight?
So
would
the
work?
Titanic we were gonna say earlier.
It's a great movie. But
No.
dude, I want to. You know what's weird?
I'm gonna
Oh,
say-
you didn't like it?
If-
I like it,
I actually
but
thought the
now
Titanic
now
was
growing up, as I get older, I start looking back at the movie and what the Fine Bro said about it is very true, and
What
it does
they say?
actually piss me. One of the Fine Bros was like, "Dude, just think about it. This movie's 2 to 3 hours long.
Don't feel that way.
It doesn't feel that way." He's like, in terms of storytelling, cinematography, beautiful, acting, great, but realize this: this bitch was like in her early 20s. She was on the boat for 3 weeks.
She's a heifer.
Homeboy dies. She gets to America, starts a family, gets married, starts a family, becomes a grandmother, and they go, "But the Dickens were good, right?" Oh, the Dickens was good, boy. Because when she died, she remembered everybody on the boat. The fucking chefs in the back, the motherfuckers that were cleaning her towel.
The douchebag that was gonna kill her.
Everybody. Where's your fucking family, woman? Your dying imagery is fucking Leo, the guy that banged you in a fucking car
It was
one
the
time.
happiest moment of her life.
Hey, bro, once you get your country arranged,
She said, "I do to this motherfucker."
No.
This
It's 'cause
motherfucker.
it was the most traumatic version of her life. Of course, you're gonna remember it.
This
yeah, bro.
she
Oh, yeah,
found
she's
found a
like,
man.
Life went
No,
bad
bro, wait,
afterwards.
go back
She
to
didn't
it.
have to think
Remember
about
back.
it. No,
Remember back.
She,
She
didn't
had a
have to.
greenhouse at her house. That lady's house was nice.
She almost died.
Motherfucker worked.
oh yeah, she almost died. So
a 9 to
Hold on,
5.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Raised
hold
the
on.
family.
Hold on,
Put
hold
them
on.
kids in school.
Hold
Gave
on.
her Dickens plenty of time.
She had a
And
happy
she
life
remembered-
afterwards.
she almost
One
died, so
motherfucker-
she remembered nearly 2 weeks of memories.
Yeah.
Not the actual death point, but she remembered everything else.
You remembered him?
Dude, if I was gonna, if
He was in the ending.
That's what I'm saying. She remembered Leo,
danced.
but
Yeah,
not
but-
her family,
but I'm saying,
not
but
her
like-
fucking kids that she carried in her body for 9 months and pushed out of her vagina.
She-
None of that.
She remembers the 2 weeks
None
of
of
the
that.
happiest times of her life.
Remember that one time, honey?
But
We
she
got
was
a
happy.
stray dog. And we called it Sparky, and then it died of a fucking. Fuck that, motherfucker! Clapped my cheeks. Good.
That was Stevie Buckins on the boat.
There was waves on waves, man. Waves on waves.
But no,
Like,
dude,
get the fuck out of
in
here.
her defense, bro, if I almost died and I blew someone's back out fucking hours before it happened, I don't remember before I died.
She almost died for man.
He should.
But
He
man
should.
died for her.
He should remember it. As he's
Imagine
sinking
if the
down.
Titanic never sank. You know, the dude that on that car's like, why is there so much cum on the back seat?
It's crackling.
She's like, what the fuck is this?
I just got this detailed.
Who fucked with my Model T?
Why is the stick shift all sticky?
No, and knowing them, since he brought a car over, he's a rich guy, so it's not him that discovered it. It's his servant that discovered it and didn't say anything about it and just let him sit in the car. He was like, "Why is my seat sticky?"
He's like, "Why
I
does
don't,
it
I don't know,
smell?"
sir.
Like, you know when you hear the
Yeah, oh, yeah. When something's sticking, you go.
He sounds like a movie theater scene.
wait a minute, why did I wear shorts today?
It's like, why is it so sticky? Why am I sticking to
Sir,
everything?
it seems like you're sitting in cum.
He goes, what?
Come, you say? Come.
Gets up.
Why is that
Covers
coming
his
in my
kid's ear.
back?
What did you say?
It's covered in semen, but the staff didn't come here.
We had a strict rule: no help down here.
on my wheel.
Dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, no matter how you talk about it, I can't justify it.
I can justify
that
it.
girl is trifling.
She ain't trifling, dog. It was her first love.
This motherfucker brought her
And
like
the man dies. Man
gave her-
dies. She had a happy life with the family. She got to live that life. She said, "What if?"
Dude,
That
that's
was it, bro. It was just a what
He's
if.
a side.
It was the
fool.
end.
He was a side.
I
fool.
just think it's funny. Just if they never sang, just never sang. The guy
Coming
just
in the
find,
back.
bro, and knowing
find his
him,
cum-filled car.
dead ass knowing it,
Open the door.
I
Smells
feel
like
homeboy
fucking
would've
just
dipped out.
sex. It just smells like vagina, bro.
The one time, have you ever?
Oh, he goes.
It just smelled like poo.
What if when the guy opened the door, he's like, "Ah!" and then the fucking iceberg hit.
Right when it hit, I kind of just. It's tied up too. Yeah, you know.
He wanted to check on his car like one last time. Bro, it's like his best car.
So the boat hits and then he fucking falls on it.
We found a body. There's still icicle on this face.
He's
No,
trying,
it's not ice.
he's trying to get off the fucking chair, but he can't because his whole body's just sticking.
Sliding all over the boat.
So much cum. You know how the Titanic it tilts? He's like in the car and then the fucking because back then they had fucking lamb goat skin condoms. That's such a fucking gross. And he
Stuck to the
dies.
ceiling and just goes.
And then we recover the body. He's just an icicle with a fucking fat condom. This
Magnum. Magnum.
This must be some kind of breathing device that he had. before he
A breathing apparatus. I've never seen it. There's clearly an air reservoir.
The air reservoir looked like it's filled with something.
It looks like it was ripped for his pleasure.
Oh shit,
Bro, fucking Titanic sex is the best, bro. That shit's crazy, bro. Oh, fuck.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Fuck me, dude. That was funny.
On that, make sure you like,
Bro,
comment, subscribe.
But
for
you
fuck's
know
sake.
they actually landed in America. Jack would have dipped out.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's a
bro.
West Coast boy.
I
Yeah,
don't
bro.
know.
She's an East Coast girl.
She's fucking rich as shit. I think he would have stayed. He was fucking poor when he,
He
got on
wasn't
that
interested,
ship.
bro. He wasn't interested
He
in
gonna-
her
he
because
gonna-
of the
he
money.
gonna-
He
he
was
wasn't gonna get
interested
that
in the
money.
fucking the
Story.
class. He
Oh.
wanted to say, "I fucked the 1%."
Yeah,
That's it.
I don't
that's
know.
all you want in life, right?
He would have
That's-
stowed away into his life.
I went to the
into her
class,
life.
got some ass, and I left.
Because you know, as soon as they land and she introduces him to the family's not gonna be okay with it.
But
And
he
he's
can-
gonna be like,
But he can draw. Like he can like make it work.
"Nah." Exactly. He would take his ass to the West Coast.
Just like this motherfucker has an art
Just like
degree.
meets their parents. What would you? I could draw.
Give me some crowns, bro.
You like to see my drawing?
And then he opens it up and
He opens it- just
opens it up and it's her
just a
daughter just
circle.
spreading cheeks,
Yeah,
bro.
Red labia.
She just fucking spread back.
It's like he took a fucking photo, but it's like he drew it while having sex.
Why are you so sticky?
Why does this look like a sideways Arby's sandwich right now? Also, new business model Arby's. That's when Arby's was founded.
And the best part is, if you look at the picture, their faces were kind of shitty. But he's like, "I don't know those
He's
nipples
like,
anywhere.
I can't do noses, but I can
That's
do
your mother's
everything
nipples right there. What the fuck, bro?
I can recognize those areolas from anywhere.
That's the family's aerial."
Well, I hope you enjoyed another episode of Offside.
else. He can draw.
Make sure you like, comment, and
Continue
subscribe.
the bit of wrong soundtrack while we're doing this.
Okay,
Please
yeah,
play
do outro, do
another
outro.
movie. Do the Terminator
Goodbye.
soundtrack to the
Ready?
background.
Keep going, goes.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Why you listen to this, we still don't understand, but have a good day. Good evening, good night. If I don't see you. Okay, bye.